the plan was that we were going to head up into the River True, find ourselves a little anchorage tucked up alongside, maybe a bay somewhere next to the trees, and spend a couple of days. The weather's absolutely beautiful, so it was with high hopes that we set off. We set off at the bottom of the tide. The tide was just about to turn, and the plan was that we would pick up the flood tide as it moved up the river. Local tide is clearly slightly different to the tide elsewhere out in the bay, because as we came out into the mainstream it was really apparent that we were actually fronting a fair tide, and the entrance to the True narrows down. You can see it very clearly on the chart, and as the river was emptying, we were pushing against, at one point, quite a hefty tide, and there was a couple of moments there where we were down to about a knot and a half. I mean, we weren't running flat out, but the thought was, do we push on or do we shove off over to one side, drop the hook and just wait for a couple of hours for the tide to turn? In the end we decided to push on, and I'm glad we did. I think it was the right choice. Things improved, we increased speed, and we started to make our way up the river, and very, very lovely trip it was. We weren't going far. In total it was about 10 miles we actually ran, but it's a glorious entrance and such a beautiful river with so many things to see. Really highly recommend this little trip. If you go to somewhere, there we go. We're going to put a deposit down on that. It's almost on an island. It's just beautiful. The turret behind has got a little window in it, so you can sit up in there and look out and see what's going on. And there's the mussel boat. It's got its own slip. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I could grow old very indecently there. Beautiful. Beautiful. Houses around here are amazing. The landscape's just glorious. They've got a palm there in their garden, the same that we had in Oak Road, except ours was about 1/100th the size. You can pick it up and move it.
Well, it shows you how good the climate is here, because palms won't survive in cold.
No, anything nasty and they won't wear it. Beautiful. Well, here we are on the True River. Are we? We spent last night tucked into a little lagoon on Ile de Bréhat. It was absolutely lovely there. We arrived after sunset. It was quite dark when we actually got the anchor down, about 10 o'clock. And this morning we moved down into the True. Here we are. It's absolutely lovely. We're only about a mile down. Ile de Bréhat is just slightly around the corner. You can't quite see it. Maybe you can see some of it just behind that lump of rock, that big lump of rock out there. And this bay is just idyllic. It really is lovely. We're between Via de Brodec and Aulnoye marks. So that's the Villa de Brodec there, the red can. And over there is Aulnoye. We're really sheltered here in this little bay. We came here at low water, spotted it and thought, that's for us. It's absolutely glorious. Absolutely glorious. We've not been ashore. Probably won't now. Not today. It's quite breezy. The wind has got up during the afternoon, and it's a good job it has too. It's really hot. Really, really hot. Been absolutely rammed with boats up and down the river. This morning it was mental. Everybody was flooding out. And then about 4:30, back they all came. All came charging in. Picnic boxes empty, fish caught, kids tired. Had a wonderful time. Absolutely fantastic way to spend your time. I spent a bit of time today working on the spinnaker pole. One of the latches didn't shut when we ran downwind yesterday, but I've got that repaired. And just keep looking at that. Isn't it awesome? So we're going to stay here overnight, spend a lazy evening, a couple of glasses of wine, I'm sure, gin and tonic, cook something lovely for tea, And then tomorrow we're going to head further down. I'm not sure if we'll run all the way down to Lézardrieux. I mean, I'm saying all the way. I think it's about 4 miles down to Lézardrieux. But we'll run down, we'll find another anchorage and we'll stop over. Then shortly after that we're going to up sticks. We're going to head round to Lézardrieux. The farmers market in Lézardrieux is on Wednesday. So today is Monday. No, Sunday. That's when today is, it's Sunday. Part of the reason it's so busy, I guess. This part of the coast is just beautiful. It really is absolutely glorious. So many houses just tucked away in the trees with lovely views down, and the river here, you know, having this dense woodland, and it's broadleaf woodland, it's not pine, broadleaf woodland running down to the water's edge. It's just a delight. It really is beautiful. Very, very busy in that very French bustling, everybody charging around at full speed kind of way. Loads of kids and shouting and all talking to each other. And it's just a joy to see. It really is just a joy to see. What a wonderful place. Our first time here. Won't be the last. It's about 60 miles here for us. It's not far from Jersey. I'm guessing 60 miles. We came here from Cherbourg. We were at Cherbourg. And we ran here in one hit, about 110 miles, I think. But lovely, absolutely lovely. Don't come here, don't come here, it's awful. That's what I'm trying to say. You should never visit here. You should never come to this bay. And I'm sure the next time I'll come here, it's going to be full of English boats and I should be absolutely devastated. Stay away at all costs. Save yourselves. Oh gosh, makes my heart ache. Look at everybody charging about, look, in they come. In they come. All the Pierres coming home for tea. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Earlier on when everybody was going out, it was hysterical. It was just absolutely rammed. Boats up and down, you know. But everybody just gets on with it. There's no being precious about it. Everyone just gets on with it. Gets out of everybody's way. Pushes on. No one seems to obey any rules of any sort of rules of the road. But they just get on with it with a good humour and a warm spirit, a warm heart. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Anyway, off we go. Votre bateau, très joli.
Merci. Thank you.
Honestly, absolutely. It is beautiful today for you. Go around that way. What she needs then is plenty of power because you're about to lose all steerage now. Go for it, go for it.
Just that cat's right there now.
That's it, we'll spin round inside him. Now you can come off the throttle, you've got the speed. It's what you're doing, you're driving water over the rudder.
Backwards.
Oh,
That's what I wanted to do.
that's where those boats are all based. Look.
I wonder if they've started the summer holidays, the kids. 'Cause
I wonder. I don't know. Don't know when they
there's a
start.
lot of kids around.
Bonjour. So children, these are people that come from a different country and they drink their wine warm.
Always remind them.
Yeah, always tell
Cook
them.
their beef until it's grown.
They drink their wine warm.
Their
Drink
wine is
it
hot
cold.
And their women are cold.
Yeah, drink it cold, you filthy English pig. Bless his heart. Wow, the River True. Who would have thought it? How amazing is this? Nobody must come. This must stay a secret.
Yeah.
Well, we pushed on up the True after we'd hoiked the anchor, and we were looking for anchorages. That was the point. We were heading off up towards Lézardrieux, but we were looking for little bays and coves and nooks and crannies that we could stay in either on this trip or on another later journey. Now, portside, there were a lot of places that you could stop, a lot of opportunities to anchor. Had to be careful because there were quite a lot of mussel farms, oyster farms, all those sort of things. Which a lot of them run down into the water. You have to be really careful what you're looking at. Always best to approach those sort of places at low water so you can see what's out there. To starboard, it's very rocky, but there are probably more opportunities on the way up the river to anchor to starboard, although again you have to be careful of the depths, especially on a spring, because a lot of that will eventually dry out when the tides get running hard enough. You're coming up now. Off in the distance you can see Lézardrieux Marina and all of the sort of stuff associated with waiting pontoons and whatever. Here on the left hand side, I don't know what the white building is with the red roof, but there's a little bay there, and that, I mean, at neap tides, I don't know what it's like at springs, but at neaps that would definitely be a lovely place to spend some time, to drop the hook and just sort of chill out. You could probably stay there for some time. It's a beautiful spot. There are some moorings there, but not too many, so that's one place to consider. And off in the distance, as I said, you can see Lézardrieux. Now, we did a lot of filming because we went up a motor past Lézardrieux, up to the bridge over the river. We turned around and we came back, and it was all lovely, all great. We did a big running commentary. Unfortunately, the camera was turned off the whole time, so complete waste of time, but never mind. Yeah, you live and learn. So there you go. But anyway, up the river we go. The next place that was of interest to us to anchor was behind the headland. There's a big spot there and a landing stage on the wrong side of the river for the town, but just behind that bluff right in front of us, there it is. And that's a really nice looking spot to anchor. That would be a particular favourite, and of course you're very sheltered. You're nestling down there behind that bluff, that little cliff, in a little cove. There's a big boat moored in there, freighter of some sort, out on a floating buoy. But there's plenty of room around it, and that'd be a smashing place to stay. That's definitely going on the list of things to do another day. And directly ahead of us at this point, right in the middle of the channel, is where the waiting pontoon is for the marina, because the marina obviously dries and it's controlled by lock gates. So there, right under the arrow, is the waiting pontoon. Plenty of room there. You can come alongside, get sorted out. It's a blooming shame that none of the video that we had worked out, because it's a lovely spot and we will be back, and I'll recommend it to anybody. Yeah, please go and visit, because we'll be back. The next spot for us is to run back down, back to our original anchorage, and there we'll stay, and then we're going to head off to Tréguier in the next couple of days. Can't wait.